The governor heaped unqualified praise today on Roland Burris, of course, but what he failed to mention, Burris's frequent campaign contributions to him. Our investigative reporter Larry Yellen's been digging into that angle.
Robin, Governor Blagojevich raised in excess of $50 million in his two campaigns for office, much of it from lobbyists and companies doing business with the state. And Roland Burris has been a regular contributor to the governor's campaign coffers.
Is it that much? Wow, that's a lot of money for us.
Senate appointee Roland Burris laughing off questions about whether he's been involved in pay-to-play politics in Springfield. Campaign records show the former Attorney General or his consulting firm have donated about $15,000 to Rod Blagojevich's campaign coffers over the last 6 years.
How much did you say? 14,000? Well, I got to check my records because I didn't think it was that much. We didn't have that much money to give to the governor. Burris
says that companies he's associated with have received contracts from the Blagojevich administration for certifying minority companies and helping with bond deals. Nothing major, he says. He is also a registered lobbyist. His clients have included Comcast, the Illinois Association of Mortgage Brokers, and the Independent Tobacco Manufacturers. Ironic, some say, because then Senator Obama pushed for limits on lobbyists.
So who does Rod Blagojevich select to replace him? A lobbyist. So that's typical Rod Blagojevich. The public interest, what's best for the citizens of Illinois, is utterly irrelevant.
Burris avoided any major scandals while in statewide office, but a Fox Chicago News investigation did uncover evidence of ghost payrolling when he was Attorney General. Burris gave his nephew Stephen a full-time state job, but we found him working 20 hours a week for Federal Express. Burris dismissed any suggestions of favoritism.
The fact that he might not have been at his desk cannot lend to the fact that he was not still about state business.
Records are not yet available regarding contributions that Burris may have made in the recent months, but when U.S. Attorney Pat Fitzgerald claimed that Governor Blagojevich had put the Senate seat up for sale, there was no mention of Roland Burris as someone whose contributions might have influenced the governor. Robin, Jeff, Jack?
I mean, politicians give to each other. That's what they do. But what might make this unseemly?
The problem here would be the allegations by Fitzgerald that there was a pay-to-play, that there's a quid pro quo, and that is that a politician demands a contribution from someone before he performs a public act, which he's supposed to do for free because he was elected. But instead, the allegation here is that the governor would only perform certain public acts only after contributions were given. There's no evidence that Burris was involved in any of that, but he certainly was a frequent player in giving campaign contributions.
So, Larry, this is precisely what makes the impeachment hearings in Springfield so difficult, and perhaps the U.S. Attorney's case so difficult, is proving that quid pro quo, the connection between the money and an act, or the connection between the money and an appointment. My suspicion is that any money that Roland Burris gave to Governor Blagojevich was a good deal back in the past and not recently, because certainly the governor could not be foolish enough to give this to somebody who had given him money recently.
But actually, he did give a contribution. The last contribution, according to the public records, was June 27th of this year, $1,000 to Governor Blagojevich. But even then, there was no evidence in Fitzgerald's news conference that the pay-to-play was going on.
Yeah.
Then. Right.
Thank you, Larry.
Sure.